Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be answering ICT paper 3 June 2023 Word Group 1 Road. So the first task was on presentation. So this is the first year that they have introduced PowerPoint in the GCE. So the presentation was 17 marks. The question is as follows: the ICT club is invited to make a presentation of the components of a computer to a group of business women. You are a member of a group in this club to make a presentation on output devices of the computer. Your teacher has prepared a presentation having 2 slides and saved as PC output in your candidate folder found in your desktop. Sample pictures of slide 2 and slide 4 are displayed below. You are expected to complete the presentation following the context and description in table 1. In all the slides, use Times New Roman font and consider the first line to be the title of the slide. So they have given us here 2 slides, slide 2 and slide 4. Okay, so then the first instruction says open the presentation name PC output found in your candidate folder. So as we know, our candidate folder is on the desktop, so I'll go to desktop and here's our candidate folder. So they search open PC output found on the desktop. So here's it, and I can see clearly that it contains what? It contains 2 slides. So we'll go back to the question. State the name and version of the presentation software you are using. So the name is Microsoft PowerPoint, but my version that I am using is 2016. So it depends. It can either be 2010, 2013, 2016 or 2019. So it depends on the version that have been installed in the machine. Then now they say slide details. Slide 1, content is given in the presentation provided in the candidate folder. The slide picture is displayed above. So if we come to our the output, the PC output, this is slide 1 that I've already given to us. The content has already been written them. So what does the question says? They say the content is given, do not modify. So for slide 1 we modify nothing there. Then we'll go to slide 2. Here's our slide 2. Good. Slide 2 says output devices of a desktop PC. It said the content is given as shown in the presentation to be modified to picture above. So we have to modify it as the picture above, like this one here. Is it here? This slide 2 that I've modified. So we have to modify our own exactly to be like this. Good. So the description says, the description of task 2 says modify the given slide according to the given properties. Also see picture of the slide above. Of this in the picture of the slide above. They say the title to be centered and bold. So let's start with that one. So this is the title. We click on the box containing the title. They say it should be centered. Yes, centered. And bold. Yes, bold. Good. The next part says font size of 14. So the font size of our title to be 14. So I reduce it here. Wait, is it 14? Font size of title, I'm 24, not 14. It's an error. The paper is flow, so I can't see where it's 24. Font size of title 24. So that's it. Font size of content 18. So we select the content, box containing the content. So the font size is 18. So that's it. Bullets level 1 and level 2. So they're telling us to put bullets here. To put bullets, you click here. These bullets, make sure you're on the home tab. On the home tab, you come here. Then now you can choose a different bullet. So use this. Do the same thing here. Okay, no, it was just this 3. So that's it. We have put the bullets as shown in the picture above. So now here we see that here they've entered the bit and then put round bootlet. We're also going to do the same thing. So I can use my tab, I press tab, then this round bullet here. Okay, that's not gone in. Okay, we can put it first, then we'll send it in. Yes, we put here. We'll also put this one. Good. I put my bullets, then I select it and I press tab for it to go in the middle here, and I ensure that here is 18 as said, and they say I'm using by what Time New Roman. So that's it. Here too I ensure that it is Time New Roman, so it's okay. So that was all the instructions about slide 2. We'll move to slide 3. Okay, we'll move to slide 3. Advantages of CRT over LCD. So this is the content. So here they say we should type what the title and content layout. So we have to type it. So create a new slide. To create a new slide, make sure you're on the home menu, then click on new slide. So our title was Advantages of CRT over LCD. So that's our title, and then now we type our content. Our content was, the first one was produce, started with produce more, was produce brighter and sharper image. Okay, after that was a full stop, and the next was have a larger view win angle. The next, less expensive. The next, harder display surface, harder display surface to withstand pressure. So that was the content. Good. Then now let's see how they say we should modify it. So they say the titles will be centered and bold. This is our title here. Click on it. So we say centered and what? Bold. Good. The next is font size of titles will be 44. So we select a title, come here. So this 44. So that's it, centered. Okay, so that's the centered. The next is font size of content 28. So our content, they say, should be 28. So we select it and increase it to 28. I'll make sure that our font type is what Time New Roman, as I said. Also here should be Time New Roman. Yes. The next is insert the picture of CRT found in your candidate folder. So to insert a picture, once you insert a picture somewhere, you come to insert, then you take what? Picture. So the picture is found in our candidate folder, and our candidate folder is found on the desktop. So we'll go to desktop, we'll browse our candidate folder, and here's the image CRT. Then we'll click on insert. So it has to be at the side here. Okay, so that's it. So that was all about slide 3. Then we'll move on to the next slide 4. So slide 4, what did they say for slide 4? Content is given in slide 4 picture above. Let's go up. So here's slide 4, picture above. So we have to type it too. So type the heading. The heading is advantages of LCD over CRT. That was the heading. Then the context, the first one was more portable. The next, produce less heat. The next, consume less electricity. The next, causes less damage. Causes less damage to the eyes. So that's it for slide 4. Then let's follow the instructions that I've given us. Slide 2, yeah. So slide 4, we can say all of them have bullets. So we'll put the bullets. We'll click here. Then we'll go to, make sure on our home tab, you click on bullets. Click on bullet. Or to go faster, you can just select all and then you click on bullet. Yeah. So let's see how we need to modify our text in slide 4. Use the formatting as given in slide 4, picture above. Yeah, okay. So we should use the formatting that is in slide 4. So it's just the same thing like the other formatting. Our titles should be centered and bold. Font size 44. Time New Roman. Our context should be 28. Time New Roman. And now we have to insert now the picture of what? We have to insert the picture of LCD. You go to insert picture, then now choose for LCD. So here's it. Put it at the side here. So that's it for slide 4. And then the next page says slide. Okay, here they say type. Insert the picture of the insert the picture. Slide 5. Slide 5 contains thank you for your kind attention. So they say title only layout. So I type it only in the title layout. Font size to be 40. Centered and bold. So we'll go there, we'll click on new slide, go to home, new slide. So we don't use it, we're not using this other one down here, so we can delete it. But it's only the title layout. So it was thank you for your kind attention. So they say font size, we'll select this. Font size will be for the 40. Yes. Bold. Yes. Centered. Yes. Then we'll put it. So yeah. So here's it. So that's it. Then we have to print slide 2, 3, and 4 only. So if you are finished, don't always forget to save. Shortcut to save is Ctrl S. So to print is your examiner or your supervisor that is going to print it out for you. So when you go to print, you tell that you have to print slide 2, 3, and 4. So he's going to do that. So that was all on PowerPoint, 17 marks. Then let's move on to the next question. Okay, we can lock our file. We'll move on to the next question. The next question is on spreadsheet. So they've given us that table. They say here a data of a football league of 11 clubs A to L is displayed in the table. The table shows the outcome of the matches played after 7 playing days. In the first table, a match won is represented by W, draw by D, and loss by L. The second table shows the score points per club. The points are gotten by converting the outcome into scored points, where win W is 3 points, draw 1 point, and loss is what? 0.1. They say open the spreadsheet named Elite FBL found in your candidate folder. It contains the data above. So open our candidate folder. Here's it, Elite FBL. So that's the data. Then the first question says 2. Insert a tick outside borders in the range A2 to K14. So we go there, we select that range. They say A2 to K14. So this is the area. They say we should insert a tick borders. We make sure on the home. After selecting, we come here to borders, we click the arrow and we choose what? They say tick box border. Yeah, they say we should insert a tick outside borders. So that thing we should a tick outside borders. So that's it that I've just did. I've inserted a tick outside borders. Yes. The next, merge the cell in the range C16 to H16 and increase the font size of the content to 18 and font bold. So here is it. So we should merge from C16 to H16. So here is it. We'll select and then we'll come to home. We'll make sure on the home tab and this merge here. We'll merge. So we should increase we should put the font type to be bold and increase the font size to be what? 18. So that's it. Then 4 says wrap the text in cell I17 as shown in the picture above. So as you can see here, the text in I17 is I17. Total is up and the rest have gone down because I've wrapped it. So they also say we should wrap our own. So we'll first click in the box, then we'll click on wrap text. So we can see how it goes down. The next question. Type a formula in cell I3 to calculate the number of matches played. Copy this formula to the computer to compute the same for the other clubs. Write down the formula you have in your following cell. So here we want to know the number of matches played. To know the number of matches played is just where we have what? A character, either a match has win, draw or loss. Where it is not, means that it doesn't play that match. So we're going to count. We start our function. Our formula always equals to. So we say equals to what? Count if what? We're using the count if function. Count if we first put the range from where to where, from year to year. Then comma. We'll count if what? We find a character. A character is represented by what? A star. So count if we found a character. So here we have 6. To do for the others, we'll just come down here and drag. Yes, so that's it. So that's it. The next is, so we should write the formula in I9. In I9, we'll just come here. Here's I9. We'll copy this formula that we see here, equals to count if from B9 to H9, comma, star. That's what we'll copy in the space here, as you can see. Then the next, they say insert a formula in cell J3 to compute the number of matches won. Copy this formula to the computer. Write the formula down. Okay. So want the number of matches won. So to get the number of matches, we'll control it. To get the number of matches won, we'll also count. We'll count from year to year. All where the book, all the fields that have what? W. All where we can find W. So that's what we are going to write. Count from what? From year to year. If we find what? W. So in this first case, that 3W. So I press enter. It has to give me 3. Then I drag down here for what? For all. And ask me to write down the formula in cell J3. Here's the formula that I write in my answer booklet. So that's it. Count from the B3 to H3 if what? If the character is what? W, and the original W was indicating what? 1. Then the next, insert the formula in K3 to compute the number of matches drawn. So we'll do the same thing, but now we'll see if we find what? A character that is what? D. We'll move this and put by D. Drawn is for is D. So here he has one match that he drew. Then I come here and I drag for the others. Yeah, so the next, we have to write down the formula in K6. So here's the formula in K6. You just click on K6 and you see the formula. The next, 8, type a conditional formula in B18 that will show the points scored by each club per match given that a win is 3 points, a draw is 1 point, and a loss is 0 point. Copy the formula to, we'll do it and we'll copy. So here the SOLU should come to cell B18. Here is it. So here we want to write down the formula, that a conditional formula that will give us what the total points for the different clubs. So in day 1, which point does it had? So write equals, we'll start with if the match that he played in day 1, that's the match was found in cell B3. If what is in cell B3 is equals to what? W. If the match that he played in the first day is W, what should we do? Give him 3 points. Else, what should we do? We'll check if what? Else means that it is not true. So we check if what is B3 is now equals to what? Is equals to a draw. If it's equals to a draw, we'll give him 1 point. Else means that if it's not equals to 1 point, we check if what? If it's not equals to 0, we check if what is equals to L. Okay, that's even the lost, and now the loss is 0, and the rest, if he has not played, he has also what? 0 points. So else we put what? 0. Then we lock our braces and we'll click enter. So here he has 3 points. We'll do the same thing. Yeah, so that's it. Here too, do the same thing. We'll do the same thing for each column. We'll do the same thing for each column. So that's it. The next, so I have to write down the formula in B18. You just go to B18, you look at the formula that is there and you copy. Also have to write down the formula in G23. You go there and look, the formula is there and you copy. Then they say calculate the total scored points by each team. Write down the formula you have used in the following cell. So I want to write the total score by each team. So we can just put our equals to, we can just put our box here. They'll use auto sum, and that's the formula that we have used. You write in your booklet and equal enter. They will do the same thing for this. So you write your formula that you use in of cell I25. So there's some other total up here that I forgot to calculate, this and this. So you click, just use your auto sum to save time. Then you can now drag, and that's it. Then print a copy of your work. So here is the examiner that will print your work. So that was all about Excel. So that's all about Excel. Quite easy. Then let's move on to the next. Task 3, that's the programming. They say below is an algorithm to calculate the difference of two integers. You are expected to convert the algorithm into a code in either Pascal or C programming language. Part of the code is given in the table below. So here's the code. They say start, type an integer and name it as A. Type another integer and name it as B. Calculate the difference, which is equal to A minus B. Print your difference, then stop. After a successful compilation, use the line in the table below to copy the missing instructions and cancel the corresponding section of the code not used. So here we have to write our code. We're writing it in C. To type C codes, we use a def C compiler. We use the IDE def C called def C++ here. So when it opens, I press Ctrl N for a new source file. Then I'll write my code. I'll start by including. I include my standard input output library. So hashtag include etj.h, it simply means that we're including a library that contains input and output functions. What is an input? An input is what you type in the machine. An output is what the machine would display on the console screen. Yeah, so if you have to print something or take in something from the user, you're going to use you are going to use the library of input and output, and that library is the standard input output library. So how do we do include it? We just say hashtag include stdio.h. Then now we start our main program. Int main, open braces, bracket, open braces. So here in the question, I'm seeing that they say int main, that already define the variables a, b, and diff, and end with semicolon. Then they say int what, a comma b, a comma b comma diff, then semicolon. Then now the next step is, so in the algorithm, is what, ask the person to enter the value of a. Enter an integer. \n is to go to the next line. Enter an integer, yeah. Then now I collect that integer using scanf. I'm collecting an integer. An integer represented in the machine is %g, and I store it in what, a. I do the same thing for b. Enter another integer, and this time around I take the integer from the user using the scanf, and I store it in what, and I store it in b. So yeah, these two statements will permit me to collect what, the two values from the user. Then when I will collect the two values, I can now calculate my difference, which will be equal to a minus what, b, and it's a colon. Then I have to print back what, I have to print back my result to the user. So I'll print that this minus this is equals to this. Then comma, in the first %g puts the value of a, comma, the second %g puts the value of b, comma, the third %g puts the value of diff. That's the difference. Then semicolon. Then I return 0 as I put int main. Return 0. Then let's run our code. Let's run and compile. So to run, you have to save. So it's good to first read in your booklet. So yeah, it says save your code using the name rectax. So that's how we have to save our folder rectax. And where are we saving our folder? We're saving our folder in our candidate folder. So yeah, we don't forget to change it to a C source file. Then now we'll browse in the desktop, look for our candidate folder. So my candidate folder was candidate folder group 1. Here's it. Then you click on save. So I've saved it now in our candidate folder. So now it's going to compile. So here's it. Enter the first integer. Let's enter 7. The next 3. It tells me 7 minus 3 is equal to 4, which is correct. That's beautiful. So that was all. And yeah, don't forget to type your code. Okay, went back right up. Yeah, don't forget to copy your code here, and you cancel this other section. Where you never wrote in Pascal. If you use Pascal, you write your code here and you cancel the C part where you never wrote here. So that was just all that came for group 1 of June 2023. So it will be a good revision for you guys which are going in tomorrow. So I advise all of you guys to revise this. Also share it with your friends that are going in for ICT tomorrow. It can also be a great help for them. Yeah, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and also like. Thanks.